Hi guys, I'm going to be talking about three different technological tools. I was going to talk about Class Dojo, but that would make me go on and on and on. So I'm going to talk about my second favorite technological tool, which is PowerPoint. This is something that's installed in most school computers and at home on tablets and is really widely used. And I'm a huge fan of it because it's something that you can use in a very simple way or in more complicated ways as you get more familiar with the tech itself. It provides visual support and cues for lessons for both me, as I've planned the lesson and trying to remember how the lesson should be structured, but also for students, giving visual support for different ideas and words, especially for English language learners, and those maybe with special needs who need that extra visual support. It can be with static words and images, or even adding things like GIFs and videos that helps engage the students more and gives them an extra resource to learn from. They don't just have to learn from the teacher. As well, PowerPoint is an easy way to gamify lessons where you can have hidden words or memory games, quizzes, matching games, or little peepholes where they have to guess what's behind something. And when this is used in the classroom in conjunction with a smartboard, it creates an opportunity for movement and interactivity in a lesson that makes it a lot more engaging for the students. Anyway, once you've used a lesson, it's easy to save and reuse again. So I really love it. A new tool that I've never used before, but that I think would be really good in a classroom in a physical environment, is the Too Noisy Pro app. And this would work because it helps to monitor the noise levels in the room, and it can adjust to the sensitivity of the noise readings that you want for that particular kind of activity. Not every activity is created the same. Some require complete silence, some require a certain level of noise and collaboration to be going on. And so it helps students become more aware of their noise level, encourages them to collaborate in how they keep those levels within the acceptable limits, and it rewards the students with stars for keeping the noise levels at the appropriate levels for a certain duration. That duration can be altered by the teacher. So depending on what kind of skills your students need to build, you can help them practice that skill, self-management skill, that collaboration skill, by just being able to adjust the time duration. I think that's great. It also supports a positive classroom environment because the students are rewarded for adhering to the noise levels rather than being punished for failing to adhere to them. And the customizable settings and backgrounds makes it easy to give a simple prize like, hey, good student, you can choose the background of this image for the next week's Too Noisy Pro usage. And so I really like that. And the star rating also, for me, would be something that I can link to any other reward system that I had in class. For me, that would probably be Class Dojo. So the last tool I want to talk about is called Whiteboard.chat, and it's an online digital whiteboard. Seems so simple, but it's designed by teachers, and so it has many options of how to use it that are really relevant for different kinds of teachers. For example, an English teacher can have lines added to the whiteboard, music teachers can have a musical staff added, and students can be given permission to directly interact with the teacher's whiteboard, and that makes it a lot more interactive and engaging online as we're teaching online. But if you need to stop the students or give them an instruction, or if this thing's getting out of hand, you can freeze the board temporarily, and so it's quite easy to manage the learning environment as well. Websites, audio recordings, timers, photos, all sorts of things can be embedded directly into the website, into the whiteboard, without having to navigate to a separate window. And so that makes it easy for lessons to be engaging and interactive without adding lots of extra fuss and effort on our side as teachers. And students also have their own whiteboards, and they can be working on them directly in real time. Then as a teacher, I could go in, click on their whiteboard, check what they're doing, give feedback and comments. And I really like this feature for online classes because usually online we can only check with the whole group feedback or quick observation in breakout rooms. But this way I can give individual feedback in real time, and the students can use the feedback quicker, and this better supports their academic progress. So what do you think of my suggestions?